Hello, welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic, and a puzzle that's been on our Discord server has been highly recommended to us by a couple of people. It's by Snepix. Snepix has featured on the channel 2 or 3 times before. I think this equalizes the number of times I and Simon have solved his puzzles and or her puzzles. I don't know anything about Snepix, but I'm looking forward to giving this a try. It's a nice setup with a few entropic lines and a few thermometers. I will explain those rules in a minute. But first of all, I do want to tell you about our Patreon site, where you can join and get loads of extra content there. So on the first of each month, we issue a new Sudoku hunt, and that's always great fun. Then there are other things like videos on Gridogram and Connections, 2 very interesting games that I play, and I group together my solves, and you can watch those. There are some very difficult cryptic crosswords. So along with the Friday morning on the main channel cryptic masterclass, we do occasionally do other very interesting puzzles like Saber's Listener from this year and the Times Monthly Club specials. So that is a great place for some sort of advanced cryptic crossword content. Patreon. That's where we are. There's a link under the video, as there is to all of our apps, and they do feature Thermo Sudoku and Line Sudoku, as well as Classic Sudoku too, and the worms, including by the likes of Fistamafel and Blobs. Fantastic fun to be had there. Check them out. And we've also, of course, got a bit of merch, should you want to walk around saying Cracking the Cryptic or bobbins on yourself, and who wouldn't? Right, let's have a look at the rules of Rising Entropy by Snepix, and they are relatively straightforward. Normal Sudoku rules apply, so 1 to 9 will go in every row, every column, that's not quite a column, that is, and every 3 by 3 box. The digits along a thermometer increase from the bulb end, and then every set of 3 adjacent cells on a peach line must contain a low digit, which is from 1 to 3, a middly digit from 4, 5 or 6, and a high digit from 7, 8 or 9. And you can sort of look at your keypad and split it horizontally to visualize those sets of digits. Right, those are the rules. This is the puzzle. Give it a try on the first link under the video. You can check the video length to decide maybe if it's worth you taking it on, depending on your skill level. I'm going to start now. Let's get cracking. I mean, my skill level is often not reflected in the time taken. Well, no, that's probably unfair. It probably is always exactly reflected in the time taken. Anyway, right. Okay, so in box 1, every cell is occupied by something. And this grouping includes 1 middly digit, 1 low digit, 1 middly one, and 1 high one. Now that leaves 2 middly digits, 2 low digits, and 2 high ones for the thermo. So I'm going to pencil mark those 2 from low, the next 2 from middly, and the last 2 from high. It may not look like I've done much, but at least there's only 2 candidates for each cell now. And in fact, let's color. Let's color orange for high. Oh, orange is bad with these peach lines. So we'll go red for high, yellow for middly, and blue for low. I'm really uncomfortable doing anything other than yellow for middly. I don't know why. Right, that is quite interesting in this row, because there must be 1 of each here, including a yellow. So that'll be the 3rd yellow for the row. There are obviously only 3 reds, 3 yellows, 3 blues in each row, column, and box. That means this digit is not yellow. It's red or blue. And what we know about these peach lines, there aren't any very long ones here, but there are some that are longer than 3 cells. And when that happens, we know that the same color appears every 3 cells. So whatever color this is will appear there. And the reason, if you want to think of it like that, is imagine this was low. Then by the rule, considering these 3 cells, these would have to be medium and high. And once those 2 are medium and high, considering these 3 cells, this one must be low again. So this is blue or red. And actually, I've got another consideration that is no use. One of these is red. That's going to be the third red in the row, and this digit can't be red. But that digit was hardly ever likely to be red anyway. If that was, it would have to be 7 with 8, 9 going on the rest of the thermo. These two are not going to be blue because they're in the 4th and 5th positions on a thermo. You can't have 1, 2, or 3. This is good. This is good. 2 of those are blue, and 1 of these is blue because this is a entropic triple. That means this is not blue, and this is the start of a 5-cell thermo, and it's not low. So now we can populate that thermo with candidates starting with 4 as the first possible candidate. So what we know there is those two are definitely yellow. These two are definitely red. And yeah, this is good. This one is either yellow or red. I'm not so concerned about that. Now, 2 reds there, and 1 of this trio must be red as well, because that's clearly 1 of each. And that means neither of these are red. These are a yellow-blue pair, and on this line, this digit must be red. I mean, no apologies for thinking in colours now. I think it might be helpful. Now, if that was yellow, this would be very interesting, because these 2 cells would see 3 yellows and 3 blues. Yeah, but we don't know yet. We do know. We do know that it's not yellow, because one of these 3 has to be yellow. These are a yellow, red, and blue. That's the 3rd yellow for the row, and this is not yellow. So it is the number 7 if it's red, and we get some actual digits. But actually, it's better just in terms of colours. Oh, no, it's not. Although we've got the 3 reds in this column. Let's do numbers. This digit is red, but it's not 7, and it's not the highest red. So that's 8, and that's 9. And this is 9 because we've had 8 and 7 in the column. So I said, didn't have to worry about numbers. I was quite wrong. Numbers are our friend. Right, there is a yellow here and a red. These two are both blue because this is 1 of each. Yeah, this is great. I like this. This is very cleverly set up. None of these are yellow, by the way. I'm gonna mark them. I don't really like overpopulating the grid with half-colored cells, but you never know, it could be useful. So in this row, I knew that 2 yellows are there and there must be a 3rd one here. There must also be a 2nd blue here. So only a maximum 1 of these can be blue, and at least 2 of them are red. In fact, exactly 2 of them are red, because if all 3 were red, that digit would have to repeat, that colour would have to repeat on this line, and you'd have 4 red cells in the box. So this is clearly, actually I could have done that from the row. This is clearly 2 blues, no, 1 blue and 2 reds. Now this is 1 of each. This digit must be the same colour as this one. That's not that helpful at the moment. Oh, this is quite interesting. This thermo, it's going to struggle to end in red, isn't it? It would have to be a 7. 7 is the biggest digit that this can be. I'm literally Goodliffing it now, writing all the pencil marks in, because I find that quite interesting that it's restricted in the final cell. Now, I have not found, this digit is going to be the same color as this. I do like the interaction between thermo and entropy, as we're finding. It's very telling. This digit can't be blue because of its position on its thermo. Now this was 1 of each, obviously, so that's going to use the last red in the row. These are all blue or yellow here at this end. And in fact, we know the numbers because that's 1 of each. These are double yellow and single blue. And these ones are one of each, including the last yellow. So these are all blue and red. Now this digit cannot be red, I reckon, because then the thermo would be red, 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 7, 8, 9. And we'd have 2 reds here, but I think we have to have 2 reds in this row, and that would be 4 in the box. So that cell is blue. And what was it? One of these was blue, and there's one blue here. Yes, so these can't be blue. These are double red. Okay. Well, that's sort of something learned. It's going to tell me this digit isn't red, because if this was red, the higher ones would all be red, and there'd be 4 reds in the column. I mean, it's not really learning much, but that is blue or yellow, and this one that's lower must also be blue or yellow. Now, double red there, and there must be a red on this trio. So this can't have any reds on. In fact, none of these cells can be red. So this one is blue or yellow. That makes this one blue or yellow, because they're 3 apart on the line. Also, both of these are blue or yellow. Now, what does this mean? We've got 2 reds and a blue here, 1 of each here. So one of these is blue and 2 are yellow. This digit can't be blue, or it would require that to be blue. So this digit is a definite yellow. But this one I don't know. I mean, was there any point pencil marking these? Not really, no. And yet I'm going to do it, apparently. My fingers just can't be stopped. There we go. Now, these 2 are the same colour. If they were yellow, that'll be blue. If they're blue, one of these is blue. Yeah, I don't know. Now, maybe I should use this column more. We've had 2 reds. We're going to get a 3rd one here. These, I don't know, they're part of blue or yellow. Yeah, I don't know how that works. Oh, bother. That is going to be, no, I was going to say that's the same as that, and then rule out that it was red because they see 7, 8, 9. It's not the same digit, it's the same color. So they could both be red if that was a 9 and that wasn't. Oh, there's a 9 by Sudoku just right here in box 4. That's interesting. And this digit, does it now see? There's a blue here on this group, so there's no more blues in the column. That's yellow or red. This one is also yellow or red. If it's red, it's an 8. If it's yellow, that's a trio. I don't know. I'm looking around for the next bit of information. The entropic lines are very good at determining sort of color groupings or groupings of different colors. They're very bad at supplying any actual numbers. Only the thermos really do that. If this was red, it would be a 7. It would be the last red. Okay, I was wrong. It's not that this cell repeats there. The interesting thing about these 2 is they see 7, 8, and 9. 7 in the row, 8 and 9 in the box. So there's no possible red cell that they can be. So that must be a yellow-blue pair, 1 of each in this row, and that is red and is 9. And this is then not red. Now, I'm going to say blue or yellow. I'm not sure. It could be either. If it was blue, it would be the last one in the box, but I don't see that that's a problem. So it's the same as that. Now, we got a 9 there. Is that the 9 in this box, in box 9, now has to be, it has to be here. Look, we've got that 9 and that 9. And that rules out these cells. 9 can never be anywhere on a thermo that isn't the end. So it's here in the box. Then 9 is in one of those two cells in box 3, one of these two in box 8. Oh, we do have some, yeah, we've done the colouring up here. So 9 can't be in those cells because none of them are red. So 9's there, not there, and now it's in the corner. And we've done all the 9s apart from a little X-wing on them. That's fascinating. Right. Can we do any other numbers? Not really. Oh, 8. Yes, we can. 8 in this box as well. That 8 and that 8 are ruling out all the cells on this entropic line. So 8 is in one of these two cells with 9. And now we know their colour. They're not blue, they're double red. Now, there's a red here. So that's the 3 reds for the row, and this one is blue and repeats its colour on the line here and here. That's a double blue now. These have to be not blue, they have to be yellow, and this is red to make this line work, and the digit we're looking for is 7. This and this are not red. And this one therefore can't be 7, and that runs down the line. And finally we get to a digit that we can now colour based on being 1, 2 or 3. That's blue. Actually, we've got another one up there. Interesting. Now we've coloured this box fully. We can unleash the colour on that. That must be blue. So that is 2 or 3, and this one is therefore 1 or 2. I imagine we're going to find that that's blue and it's going to be a triple, but I'm just guessing ahead. That's not, there's no science in that. Right, that was good. That was interesting as well. This digit is 7 or 8. That 9-8 pair, this digit is 8, isn't it? Because where does 8 go in this box? It goes there. And therefore there's a 7 in one of those two cells. It can't be there, because we've had 3 reds in this column. That is yellow or blue. I don't see a way of telling yet which one this is, which colour. This digit can't be red because we can't have 2 reds in this column. So that's blue or yellow as well. That can't be red. No, hang on, it can't be 7. No, it can't be red because this can't be 8 or 9. So this can't be red either. So we're really running out of locations for red in this box. The 8 must be in one of those two cells. That's going to make the 8 in box 9 into one of those two. Now this thermo can't finish in 9 or 8. And that means the biggest digit at the end could be a 7. This one can't be red. And again, we're running out of red in this box, red possibilities. Only one of those could be red. And yeah, at least one of these will be, I suppose we can say. It's interesting, but it doesn't quite fully resolve anything. There's a 7 on this line. That's not helpful at the moment. Now, in this column, we've still got to find an 8 in one of those cells and a 7 somewhere. Now, I don't know how that works. These two are the same color. I haven't made any progress on that, and I still can't. This is 1 blue and 1 yellow. Oh, we've had 2 yellows in this column already. Oh, this is one of each. This one is 4, 5 or 6. Well, we know that's yellow. And there's 1 of each here and 1 here and 1 here. So this can't be yellow anymore. This must definitively be blue. It's a surprising discovery, but it's not very conclusive. So 1 of these is yellow, and that's yellow. This can't be yellow anymore. It can't be 4 because they would all be yellow, and that would be a 4th yellow. So this is definitely blue, and this is definitely not 1. Oh, I thought I had a 2, 3 pair. Oh, look, I've got No, I have. I've just written in the wrong digits. That's a 1-2 pair. The blue, well, I don't know where the blue is in this column, but the remaining one is a 3. This is a 2-3 pair, making this blue a 1. And that's a 2 or 3. And now in this row, the 1 is going to be in one of these cells. And that makes this one a 2. And that makes this one a 3. And that makes this one a 2. And this one a 1. And that's really interesting. Right, so the 1 is now going to be in one of those 2 cells. 2 in this box. 2 in this box is really interesting. Right, that 2 and that 2 and that 2 rule out these cells. So it's on this thermo, and since 1 has gone, it's got to be at the beginning of such a thermo. And that cell is now blue, and now we've got 2 blues there. We can't have this be blue. Oh, it could still be red. Bother. Well, it's yellow or red. It can't be blue because that would end up giving us too many blues in the column. One of these 3 is a 2. It's quite likely to be there, but not certain at all. Now, this can't be blue because there aren't enough blue digits to get there. So that's definitely yellow. This is very clever, isn't it? It's a really interesting idea and execution. I love it. No wonder it was recommended. Right, what else can we do? We've got a 9 in one of those cells. We've got very little red in this box. This one is not red even. So we've got to get 3 reds into this little groupie. That's also very interesting because for these 2 boxes, take them together. We've got to have 6 reds. And only one of those can go on this line. So 1 here, 1 on the line is 2. And 4 of the remaining 5 cells all have to be red. Oh, well, I don't know. That's really strange. I mean, there's a lot of red still to be painted into these 2 boxes, but I don't quite know where it goes. I do know that none of these are red, so I might as well colour them blue yellow. I mean, sorry, let's get that right. I know I said I didn't really want to half colour loads of cells, and now I'm just doing it willy-nilly. This is very specifically one of each. And that means one of these 2 that I've got highlighted is red and one is yellow. If this one was yellow, this would be blue and this would be red. That's not useful. Right, these 2 are from 4, 5, 6. If that was yellow, it would be the 3rd in the column. This digit is the start of this thermo and is not 1 or 2. In fact, we've just discovered that that's a 2. Sorry, this has been available for ages. Probably had you shouting at the screens a bit, but there we go. I can only notice it when I do. There's a 1 down here. And that's in one of those 2 cells. That's quite interesting. That means this digit is not blue. Right, what I was going to say is this digit could be blue, but only if it's 3. And then this digit cannot possibly be blue. This one also is now, once that's yellow, this is yellow or red. As the thermo keeps increasing. Right, what does that do? This one being yellow. It doesn't do that much. We're still struggling to get our 3 reds into this box. 7 is in one of these cells. Oh, 2, 1, 3. We've had all the blues in this column, so that cell is yellow. That makes these other 2 on the line blue. There's the 3 blues in box 6, so that's yellow. These don't include blue because we've had them for this box. That's not 2, that's not 2. This is 2, that's 1 or 3. We need a 2 in this box, and it's in one of those 2 cells. This is yellow or red. I am just liberally half colouring cells now, like a maniac. These are also yellow or red. So the blue 3 in this box is going to have to be on this line. And therefore is not here, because this line needs a blue cell. So this is not blue. This is yellow. And that's quite interesting. Now we've had 2, that's 4 or 5. This is 5 or 6. I bet this is red. But maybe it doesn't have to be. Triple yellow there would force double red here and blue there. Yeah, I can't see why not. That's 1 or 3. Oh no, it sees a 1. So that's 3, that's 1, that's 3, that's 1. Yeah, that's good. We need a 3 in one of these cells. We need a 1 in one of these. This can't be 3, so it's not blue anymore. This is now officially yellow. And that is bigger and is 5 or 6. There's our 3 yellows in the central column. So these, I'm committed to this now. These are all blue or red. There's a 2 in that group is the low digit and a 1 in that group. The red in this pair, then there can't be another blue. The red is a 7. So that's a 2-7 pair, and neither of these are red. And look at that, we've got a triple yellow in the same box. So this is double red below, which works with this, one of each, yeah. I'm just going to write 4, 5, 6 in there as though it was any use. Wow, and there, where does that leave us? With a 3 in one of these 2 cells, 2 yellows here. It's not clear that one of those needs to be yellow. It's such a good puzzle. All right, 2, 1, 3. These include 7 and are obviously from 7, 8, 9. This digit can't be 9. Now, this is definitively red on this line. So this is 1 blue and 1 yellow. 8 is not there. 8 must be here. That's 1 blue and 1 yellow. This is the last red and is 7. Now this can't, yes, the important thing there is only one of these is red now, because we've had 7 and 9 in the column. So that must be red, and indeed is 7. And 8 is in one of these cells and is the 3rd red, and we've had 2 yellows and a 3rd yellow here. These are both blue now. And that means these are not blue. One is yellow, one is red. Do I know which? Yes, this can't be red. We've had 9, 8, 7 in the column. So that's red. We've had 3 blues here, so these are double yellow. Now we've had 3 yellows in this column, so this is blue, this is yellow. Yeah, this is going well now. That can't be an 8. Okay, I'm going to do the numbers up here because I can see that's a 7. This is 1 and 3. We've got an 8 there. I don't know much about the yellow numbers. This is 3 down at the bottom. Yeah, I really don't know much about the yellow numbers at the moment, but oh, look here. Yes, this is a triple yellow, and that's going to really sort out the yellow numbers for me. Perfect. Just what we needed. 5, 6 pair there. This digit is 4. Look at that. That is absolutely doing the business with the yellow numbers. That's 6 now by Sudoku, and that determines the colors in that row. Also, the numbers are determining the colors here in the middle as well. Maybe the colors would have done it, but I find it easier with the numbers. That's an 8. This pair is a 3, 4 pair now. And obviously one is blue, one is yellow. And therefore that is the 4th yellow, and neither of these can be yellow. And this is blue to complete the box shading. And these two are a 1, 2 pair. This digit is 8. This is now 4 and 5. That's a 6. There, this is going beautifully. Don't know which of those is 3 yet. What's this? 5 or 6, I suppose. Okay, we slow down a bit. Now, once that was yellow, this has to be not red in the column. That's also yellow, actually. It wasn't once that was yellow. It was one of these that was uncertain, probably that one. Anyway, now this is yellow in the column because this is one of each down here. And that yellow digit is the last yellow in the books. This one goes blue. This is red and is 7. This is blue and is 1. That 1 sorts out a 2-1 pair. Now, this can't be 5. We need 1 and 7 down here. And because of Sudoku, they have to be a pair in these cells. And that makes this one yellow at the bottom. And the yellow digit, I still don't know, 4 or 6. But it's the third yellow in the row, so this is red and is 8. I thought this would all be doing itself. But now it seems I have to do the work still. That's fair enough. One of these is a 1. Okay, let's try this column, 79168. This digit is going to be the same color as that, which is red or blue. Now, what's that telling me? If that's a 1, this is 2 or 3. If that's a 7, this is impossible. Yes, there we go. So that is a 1, and this is 2 or 3, and is red, is blue, sorry, that's blue. This is red, Mr. 7. That gives us 8 here. We've had 9 in the row, so that's red, not red. These are still one of each. That's irritating, but this is the third blue in its column, so that's red. C's 8 and 7, so it's 9. Now, these two can't be 2 according to the columns, so the 2 in the row is there. Now, I feel like one of these is blue, but I don't know. Let's look at this cell, 1978246. So that is 3 or 5, which are blue or yellow. I'm going to have to do this by working out the yellow numbers, I think. Or can I do it by colours? I don't know at the moment. That's one of each. That's going to include the third blue. No, we knew that. That's not interesting. That's a 5-6 pair in this row. So this digit is 4. That puts a 6 in the corner, 4 in the other corner. Now we get 5-6 here. This is a 3-4 pair, and that will be resolved by the numbers. That's beautiful. Right. So this is blue. This is yellow. This is not yellow in this row. This is 3. This is 5. Both of these are yellow, I think, now. And that can't be yellow in its column, and that must be yellow. And is that all the cells properly coloured? I think it is. Now we get to fill in the numbers. And it's a very nice puzzle overall, isn't it? That's a 6. That's 5 and 6. This 9 and 8 are done. 4 and 5, and there we go. Entropy has risen, and we have solved the puzzle, and the solution is correct. Well done, Snapix. That's lovely. And yeah, thank you guys for the recommendation as well. That's a really interesting entropic puzzle, and a pleasure to do it. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.